Hi everyone, welcome to my card video for today. I'm making this card using our Honey Bear stamp set. And I'm making this card for the Ton's anniversary blog hop. I am so excited that this day is finally here, and I'm amazed at the position that the Ton is in right now in the crafting world. It's just absolutely amazing. So let's get started with the card. I'm going to start off by making 4 masks of this stamp. I'm going to stamp it in our noir dye ink. It's a crisp true black dye ink. And I'm going to fussy cut each bear stamp, but I'm going to focus mainly on fussy cutting the upper portion of the bears because we don't really need the bottom portion to be so precise. After these masks are done, I'm going to go ahead and mask off the edges of my A2 size card panel, which I'm going to stamp on. I'm just using some regular washi tape, and I'm masking off about 1/4 of an inch on each side. Then I'm going to stamp one row of these bears in our light onyx dye ink, and I'm taking care to mask off each bear as I stamp over the previous one. I'm going to stamp this bear stamp repeatedly over my entire panel, but one bear is going to be stamped in our darkest dye ink, which is the noir ink. Before I stamp the bear in the black ink, I'm going to mask off his face because I want a different expression on this bear. And that is the beautiful thing about this stamp set. It's so versatile because the set comes with several different expressions that you can mix and match on your bears. So here I'm taking off the masking tape, or the washi tape rather, with my tweezers because I don't want to smudge the ink. After my black bear is stamped, I'm going to take the same stamp and stamp repeatedly in light onyx ink. So just remember that you have one bear that's stamped in black ink and the rest of the bears are stamped in light onyx, which is lighter than our noir dye ink. I chose to stamp with this bear stamp because it has kind of a sad face expression, and for the one bear that stands out from the crowd, I wanted to give it a smiling face. So I chose this one from the, I guess, the headless expressions. I took this one and I stamped that one in my black bear. Now my black bear has a different expression from the rest of the bears on my stamp panel. I'm going to give the black bear some rosy cheeks with the circle dot stamp that comes with the Honey Bear set. Now I'm going to take my white gel pen and I'm going to put a dot within my black bear's smiling mouth expression because I want to give him some teeth, because when I had originally stamped the expression, the mouth kind of stamped solid. And I wanted to give my bear some pearly whites. So I put a dot in the mouth and I took my tweezers, which has a pointy end, and I kind of moved the gel around to kind of fill in that mouth area to make it look like he was showing some teeth as he was smiling. Next, I'm going to take off the washi tape around the edges so that I can stamp my border. I'm going to use one of the borders from our Tribal Chic borders. This debuted for our anniversary release, and I really like this set because it comes with all the different, I guess, trendy tribal borders that are so in right now. So I'm going to start off by stamping the top and bottom portion of my panel, but before I stamp the sides, I'm going to mask off with some washi tape the corners of my already stamped panel because I don't want the borders to overlap at the corners. After I finish stamping the same border on all 4 sides, I'm going to take off the corner washi tape masks off very carefully. You don't want to rip your paper, so make sure that when you're taking it off, you're pulling it away from the edge. Now I'm ready to stamp my sentiment. I'm going to use a sentiment from our new Timeless Icon set. This set is filled with quotes from Coco Chanel and Audrey Hepburn. I'm heat embossing the sentiment on some pink cardstock using gold embossing powder. After the embossing is done, I'm going to trim the area around my sentiment, and then this is going to be popped up on my card panel. But before I adhere the sentiment onto my card panel, I'm going to first take some glitter paper and I'm going to put my sentiment on the glitter strip so that there's a little bit more interest and dimension and a little bit of sparkle to my project. The sentiment that I'm using today says, "In order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different," and this was said by the fabulous Chanel. This quote also resonated with me because when I started the ton, I really wanted to release designs that couldn't really be found in the stamping world. So I chose a sentiment first and then I created the card around the sentiment, and that's why I chose to stamp a whole panel of bears with one that stood out from the rest. I trimmed the outer edges of my stamped panel because I wanted some of my card base to show behind the panel. For my card base, I chose the same cardstock that my sentiment was stamped on, and it's an A2 side folding card base. After I adhered the stamped panel onto the card base, I popped up the sentiment strip on the panel. Next, I'm going to add some sequins to my card. I'm going to use 8mm, 6, 5, and 4mm medallion gold sequins, and I'm just going to arrange them on my card in a visual triangle along either side of the sentiment strip. After I've added some gilding to my card, my project is now complete. This is the finished card. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I thank you for joining the ton for our first anniversary blog hop. Be sure to stop by the other DT members' blogs for more inspiration, and we also have some super special guests joining us. Also, be sure to stop by our blog post for some giveaway information and how you can win some awesome gift codes to our shop. Thanks for stopping by.